Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before we actually start, could you guys, your judges, clean up a little area? Because we're going to do a little project.
What's a
Beginning
little?
part.
How big's a little?
A little is little. It's little. Between the helmet and the football, I'm worried.
Yeah,
told
it's
us
pretty
it's
stressful.
Yeah, it's really stressful.
Yeah.
That's okay. As long as you can reach it. Yeah. Anyway, we're good. Okay. So, let's take a quick survey. How many of you think of this when you hear manufacturing? Raise your hands. All right, good. That's what we thought. It's actually changed a lot over the years. Modern manufacturing looks more like this. And we are here to change people's perception from the first slide, the dark and dreary, to the second slide, the bright and stimulating. But first, let's start with a simple conundrum or puzzle in plastic baggies that are being handed out to the judges.
Is it a competition?
And judges, if you please keep your hands and feet inside of your seated area at all times. Your competitiveness is required. You have 1 minute to win it, starting now.
It's up on the screen.
Well, that's what we're doing.
Thank you.
You didn't have to give that yet.
The audience
sorry,
can
it's not
sway
on the
to music if you would like.
Yeah, I got this. This is bad.
See, Jason's not judging. He's not
believe in
supposed
you
to do
guys.
this. It's not fair. Oh, that's not right.
I'll vote for
Quality
you if you
counts.
help me.
My team are gonna win. Oh, well, in that case. You're close. Congratulations.
I didn't even look up this time. This morning I did.
Okay. You guys can stop if you want.
Never.
Okay. Well, for those that don't know, Gentex is actually one of the top manufacturers for automotive mirrors in the world. So, to continue, that puzzle was a little manufacturing puzzle, but let's get to the bigger puzzle. How can Gentex help West Michigan discover career opportunities in manufacturing and engineering? Well, just like the pieces in a puzzle, or the different jobs that make up manufacturing, fit together inherently to create a model product, our product is formidable, redoubtable, gutsy, and just a bit crazy.
Based on our conversations with many Gentex employees, word of mouth is the greatest recruitment tool, not media advertising. In fact, 9 out of 10 Gentex employees say that they found out about Gentex through word of mouth. And it is because of this statistic, we decided not to focus on media advertising, but rather run with the idea of promoting through word of mouth. Thus, Camp Create was born. Now, how many of you have been to a summer camp or have sent your kids to a summer camp? And this is a very familiar scene to many of you. Well, that was interesting. Words that are associated with summer camp are often football, friends, food, and frisbee. Summer camp is fun, and Gentex is all about fun. Camp Create takes the fun of a traditional summer camp, but puts an educational twist on it. Camp Create takes the fun of a traditional summer camp and puts it together with an introduction to manufacturing through projects that require teamwork, hands-on learning, and activities that encourage problem solving. Camp Create is similar to a Lego project in which you have the fun of creating something, but you're learning how to create it. Camp Create would start with a small but manageable group of kids from 4th to 6th grade, because we believe that if we can pique a kid's interest at a young age, they will be more inclined to continue to pursue manufacturing as a career. That next year, we would add on a 7th through 9th grade block so that the kids from 6th grade can move up to the 7th grade. And then after that year, we want to add on a 10th through 12th grade block so the 9th graders can move up to the 10th grade. After a kid has finished their senior year, we would encourage them to go back to the block of 4th through 6th grade kids and encourage them to continue to pursue manufacturing. But we know that as this word of mouth spreads, kids from all different grades are going to want to join, and we encourage that, and we will welcome all kids from any level who want to join. Camp Create has our logo as the cycle, because the kids, they will cycle through the program. And our logo also has our 4 main C's: collaborate, connect, community, and create. And although Camp Create is educating kids, which will eventually produce delayed gratification, it also produces immediate gratification through a ripple effect. The ripple begins when the kids come to camp and they have a great time and they make projects and they share those experiences and those projects with their families and friends. From there, after Uncle Bob has heard his niece Sarah talk about Camp Create for the millionth time, looks up Gentex, sees that they have job opportunities available, and applies for a job, which leaves you with your last ripple, the future workforce. Camp Create has a bunch of projects that the kids will do, and that is a key aspect that will allow the kids to ripple.
At Gentex, they really stress the idea of starting small and working up the corporate ladder in a building block manner. That is exactly what this program does as well. The first portion of the camp, the 4th through 6th graders, will start out with simple Lego projects such as these. We challenge them to take apart the projects and put them back together exactly how they found them. This teaches them to use quality and consistency in their work, which is very important to manufacturing. From there, the next step, we'd ramp up the actual engineering aspect of manufacturing through simple projects such as this debug, a socket tester, or even a light following robot. The final part of the program would encompass all aspects of manufacturing: quality, teamwork, and advanced engineering. One of the projects that would do so is this quadcopter. A team of 6 students would come together to create it. 2 would program it, 2 would manufacture the frame, and 2 would put it together, and then all 6 would come together and learn how to fly it. So why these projects? I mean, they're fun and all, but why do we do them? It gives the kids something to be proud about, and if they have something to take home and take pride in, they'll be much more likely to share their experience at Camp Create with their family and friends.
So you're probably wondering, why should Gentex do this? Gentex is the largest employer in the Ottawa County area. To maintain and ensure this role, they need to get their name out into the community, such as sponsoring a program like Camp Create. This will get the community talking about the company and its interest in the youth, which continues the word-of-mouth mentality. Camp Create will also put a new face to manufacturing by showing kids what modern manufacturing consists of, which will include an age-appropriate tour of Gentex to show them different parts of manufacturing, which include the design process, engineering, and production in an actual work environment. This, in turn, will help educate and find a future workforce right here in West Michigan. You're also probably wondering, where is this camp going to take place? We've already contacted Hope College, and they are very interested in partnering with Gentex to make this idea a reality. They are willing to host the camp, provide resources, as well as staff. And in February, they are willing to do a trial run of different camp activities in February during National Engineers Week.
Since everything costs money, you're probably wondering, how feasible is this for Gentex to sponsor? Hope College has supplied us with a rough estimate of the cost for 20 students over a 1-week camp. The total cost is $6,500, and if more kids were to join, the only portions that would change would be lunch, vans for a field trip, and the supplies that are needed. There would be a nominal fee of $30 to $50 per student, and if the parents can't pay that fee, we would like to set up a scholarship fund through the OAISD.
As you can see, Camp Create is a very feasible solution to our question. We have sponsors already lined up who would love to partner with Gentex to make Camp Create a reality. And the effects of a future workforce through delayed and immediate gratification are inevitable. Camp Create manufactures the future. So have fun, be creative. Compliments of Team Gentex.
So, judges, what questions do you have for Team Gentex?
Do you wish you could have had some fun doing this?
I'm having fun.
Someone needs to tell me this though. Really. I really liked how you guys incorporated the corporate culture and their values. That was really awesome. One of the questions I do have based on that is how is this camp going to be competitive with soccer camps, football camps, basketball camps, scout camps, all those?
We have all those activities already in the camp, but we also have the educational aspect of the camp through these projects. And hope is they already have the facilities and all the equipment and staff needed to have those fun activities.
So you think that the activities are going to be able to, just because of the activities, I'm going to draw away from other summer camps, or there's something there that differentiates from every other thing, because parents have so much stuff they can put their kids in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure
Did you think
parents
about how?
would be more inclined to put their kids in an educational camp instead of just like a sports camp, because they learn as well as having fun, which I'm sure parents would appreciate.
I'm sure the kids would as well, because, I mean, I don't know about all the students here, but I love learning about, you know, just anything. Those projects, they look fun to me. I'd love to make those. And if they also,
I got one of those.
Do you?
and if they also know that there is the fun part to it, I think they'd be very willing to attend.
And the sports camps, those happen, like, there's multiple different sports camps for one actual sport, so there's like 5 soccer sports camps, like in the summer altogether. And there's only one manufacturing camp, which is Camp Create.
Mhm.
So they have multiple chances to go to a different camp for whatever sport they love to do, and they can just go to this and just skip that one. So there's multiple.
And we have talked to several high schools and elementary schools, and they said that they would be willing to have a representative from Gentex come and tell them about Game Create, tell them how much fun it would be, tell them what they would learn, tell them what they would be able to bring home and show their friends and family.
Question, got a pilot camp in, when did you say? For 1 week?
In February,
In
during
February.
National Engineers Week. Yeah.
Okay, so did you guys come up with a Camp Create?
Yes.
We made the logo too.
You did? That's my
Yes.
question.
Yes.
We talked to Hope College, and they are very willing to partner with us to make this a reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they already have an engineering camp, but they think that this camp would add on to what they're
So
trying to
Hope didn't have this pilot
No.
camp
No,
before you
no.
did what you did?
They said that they would be willing, for all activities we have planned, is to have a trial run to see how they would work with the kids during that week.
We pitched the idea to them, and they loved it.
Great.
A quick
Yes.
question. When I looked at your challenge statement that they gave you, I think, and I may be incorrect here, it talked about bringing talent to West Michigan, engineering and manufacturing talent.
Keeping talent in West Michigan.
Keeping talent, thank you.
Mhm.
So, that's, West Michigan's big, and you're representing Gentex today, but it seems like this is a kind of a common theme about, you know, working with manufacturing and attracting or retaining local talent. Have you given any consideration as to whether or not other manufacturing companies would be interested in partnering with you for Camp Create?
Yes.
We have talked to several companies.
And?
They said they would be interested. Actually, there's a representative here from Motion Dynamics Corporation. He said that he would be very willing to partner with other smaller manufacturing companies.
Great, very cool, thank you.
What do you anticipate like the scale would be in terms of like building up? Because I know Gentex said word of mouth, but I know they use billboards and other things because
Mhm.
recruiting's obviously something that they need everyone in West Michigan to be aware of. What scale do you anticipate you could grow to kind of create enough word of mouth?
Well, that's really what the camp does, is it gets the kids talking about the camp and subsequently Gentex as a company, because Gentex would be sponsoring it. They get T-shirts that says Camp Create. On the back would be Gentex's logo. And that would get the parents talking to the rest of the community about, hey, there's this really cool camp that my kids are going to. Gentex is sponsoring it. Oh, what's Gentex? They would go look into Gentex.
How many kids do you think you would need to get into it to create enough personal connections to make it effective?
I'd say between 100 and 200 students once the program
Was that it?
goes through 4th through 12th grade. So that's the 3-year STEP program. 4th through 6th grade, 7th through 9th grade, 10th through 12th grade. Once it reaches that breadth, I think there would be many students involved, and I think that would get the word out very quickly.
What's the likelihood that they already committed to do February. So what's the likelihood of Gentex picking up on this program and actually implementing it?
We don't know yet. Right now, they are in talks. They asked for our representative at Hope College that we talked to. All that Hope is asking for right now is just the funds, and Hope would take care of everything.
But I mean, has Gentex embraced your idea and said, yeah, we're gonna do this?
They seemed extremely wary of it, which is, I mean, it's understandable. I mean, it is a really crazy idea. I mean, I don't think any manufacturing company has ever done something like it. They seem to like the idea, but I don't know how willing they are to, I guess, move away from conventional advertising methods.
I feel that it would help a lot if our team won with this project.
You will be a very successful person in life. If I can have your business card afterwards, I'd like it.
So let's give it up for Team Gentex.